that seems like a pretty sensible but burdensome belief to, you know, to land on a child, right? It's like you're going to, everything's finite, you know, people are going to die and you're going to maybe regret or wish you'd done something else. Right? That's a really heavy thing to land on a child. Do you see that? It seems to me like you're quite, I'm wondering how you almost seemed a little bit, you seem a little bit merged with that idea, as in, well, that's kind of like, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not an idea on the outside of you at all, right? It's like, it's your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was put on you. It was imposed on you. So what I'm going to ask you to do, let's do some kind of weird preconception stuff, right? Because we have to go back to a time when that wasn't landed on you, right? We may have to do this in another session, and we will if we have to, right? But this is where we're going to go, right? So we want to go back to the time when you were obviously an egg, right? You were in your mother's body, you're a potential. And this was when she was still married to her first husband. And, you know, life was good. She was happy. She had 2 young children. She had no reason to think that life would, you know, change in any great way for her. She thought she knew what her life was going to be like. And you were this potential that was going along with that same dream. Yeah? Have you got that? Yeah. Okay. So notice what's going on now in your body. Something kind of is changing in quite a few ways.
Yeah, I feel emotional at the word potential dream.
Yeah.
And yeah, just I feel sorry for my mum for it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. There was a time when things were really different. You just didn't know about it once you were born, but you were there. Right? Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what you feel. We might do a little bit of brain spotting just to sort of see what else might come up.
Well, something I was just noticing then was feeling really disconnected from the lower half of my body.
Okay. Right.
Especially my legs, like.
Especially legs. Yeah. Yeah. So you can probably feel right down to your buttocks kind of thing, or something like that. Have you got that far nearly?
So I'm sitting in a chair and it feels like maybe the hip or pelvic
Yes.
bones.
Yeah.
Hip bones down.
Yeah. Hip bones down.
So
kind of like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're just a torso. Can you sense where that line is of feeling to unfeeling, right? Sensing in both of those, the feeling and the unfeeling, the line. The place where you start to feel.
I can only really feel my belly button when I try to think.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the place. All right. So that's the place where you can feel. Is your belly button. And I'm going to actually, we're not going to do brain spotting. We're both going to actually go in and do some remote touch in this place. because there's no accident, it's your belly button.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So both of us are going to go inside and pay attention to that umbilicus.
Mhm.
Right? It's within you. I'm
Mhm.
connected to mine, and now I'm kind of just touching into yours. All right.
Mhm.
So I want you to you can just be with me being with yours if you like, right? You don't have to do anything. Just allow me to be with yours,
Mhm.
if that feels safe enough, yeah? Okay. Yeah. Just allow any images or thoughts just to kind of like come and go. Just allow them to be free, right? This is early stuff. They may not be kind of clear or coherent.
Mhm.
So just allow that to just be kind of any kind of jumble and just float them by.
Mhm.
They're all important parts of your consciousness. Maybe some of them are looking for a new place to land. Is there something happening now?
It's going to sound real weird, but it was like I could feel a heartbeat in there, and it was like, oh.
Yeah. It's very, very intergenerational stuff.
Mhm.
There is,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. So this is there's a bit of a chance here to just do some healing along your family line,
Mhm.
right? So we'll just allow that to happen as feels safe and okay to do that. Right? Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Just notice how it settles again. Yeah. Feels like that's enough, right? I'm gonna
It's like I
yeah.
feel this energy in my jaw. It's just like, ah.
Yeah, so that's amazing. That's really good that something happened here. Yeah. Like that's the opposite of people pleasing, isn't it?
Mm.
For the jaw and for aggression or any of that sort of stuff to be shown,
Mm.
or even the potential of it to be there, right? To be able to be loose enough that you can, free enough that you can.
Mm.
Yeah. Anything else going on you want to report? No?
what came to my mind was, you know, in that period between my sister, my older sister and me, I know that there were many, many miscarriages. And to me, that's what that felt like. It felt like a lot of grief.
Oh, right.
Um,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
maybe wasn't allowed to be expressed or.
Well, yeah. I just got a major sharp pain in my head then. It literally was like a lightning strike going. Yeah. So I think you're on the money there.
Felt like to me, like felt like the release of that energy that wasn't allowed to be expressed.
Yeah. That's right. So many prohibitions around expressing loss and grief, but particularly the loss and grief of, you know, unborn children.
And I know that my mum's told me that before, that when she had miscarriages, that my dad wasn't supportive and told her,
That's right,
try to suck it up. And
yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, there was a whole sort of cultural conditioning or expectation that like, I mean, it wasn't a real thing until it was a child, so why grieve it, right? There was a lot less knowledge about that sort of stuff then. And I think, you know, women were like just left to be told to suck it up. Yeah. That's a big piece of work.
Yeah. Yikes. We covered a few things in there.
Yeah, didn't we just? Yeah. Who knew you were going to go back to preconception today?
Interesting, fascinating stuff.
Yeah. And it's true, like you felt the memory, right? The memory of what is known there, you could feel it. Right? And that she did have this whole experience of life without the burden of that. You've got to, you know, take advantage of life because it's finite, right? It's just a burden to put on, you know, a young person. Right? But that wasn't even put on cognitive, like it was put on, you know, before you were actually conceived or before you were born, because of the conditions of which it happened in your mother's life. So maybe I think what I might say to finish off is, let's see if we can think of, either now or I'll leave it with you if you can't, but an opposite statement to that. Life is finite and you better make the most of, you know, being with everybody while you can, right? That statement. Let's come up with an opposite statement that feels expansive or that feels something that you, invitational at least to you.
I don't know what that would be.
Yeah, that's a hard one, eh? So I'll offer you something to start with, but it might not, you know, it might be too soon for you to kind of be able to take this on, because might be where your edge is right now, right? So life is infinite. Might be the beginning. Okay. There is always opportunities for connection. And I'm always connected. And we are always connected. How are we going with that bit so far?
It feels really good, because that's what I do believe, because
yeah,
I believe in afterlife and, you know.
Yeah, that's right. So that is what you believe. The other stuff got kind of layered over the top of it from somebody else's or your ancestral experience, let's say.
Mm.
Right? And so what our job here is to just, let's say, dust off the ancestral belief and let you have what you already know.
Yeah, we're always connected. I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. We are always connected. It can be really simple, right?